What's up, fellow connoisseurs of fiction? It's me, Full0Grace, and today I'm going to be giving an overview of the book Artemis Fowl, The Last Guardian. This is the 8th and last book in the Artemis Fowl series. I've already done an overview of the last 7 books. I highly recommend you watch those videos before proceeding. Link in the description down below. Before we begin, let's quickly go over some of the characters we'll see. I've already reviewed most of the characters in my other videos. Artemis, Holly, Butler, Mulch, Juliet, Miles, Beckett, and Opal. For the last 6 months, Artemis has been receiving treatment from Dr. Argon for his Atlantis complex. Juliet has taken a break from her wrestling career to play bodyguard to the now 4-year-old Fowl twins. With that taken care of, let's get on to the actual book. We start off in Haven as Artemis receives his final examination from Dr. Argon, accompanied by Butler and Holly. Before the group can leave the clinic, Holly gets an urgent message from Foley. They have eyes on Opal through a satellite, but they don't have a location. The trio rush to the LEP headquarters. Upon arrival, they find Foley in trouble watching a rather shocking live feed. 2 masked gnomes are holding a gun to a kneeling Opal. The pixie is bound and gagged. One of the gnomes is threatening to kill the Opal of the past if they don't release the Opal of the present. He gives them a time limit of 15 minutes. The group ponders their options. They can't follow through on the demands, but they also can't let a fairy be killed. But then Artemis and Foley explain the scientific consequences of killing one's past self in the future.
Just to be clear, do you wish to be told what the word ramifications means, or to know what the ramifications are?
The possible results are so terrifying that they absolutely must stop this murder. Artemis is examining every pixel from the feed when he realizes he knows exactly where they are. Artemis, Butler, and Holly rush to the magma chutes. They must get to Fowl Manor. As they approach their destination, their shuttle is clipped by an energy beam and crashes violently. Holly heals their bodies, but when she sees what's coming, she also marks them with protective runes. What happens next is excruciating, but it ends with the 3 of them falling down a mud hole made by Mulch. Apparently the dwarf had dug out a place to crash under the Fowl grounds and was preparing for a big heist.
You were here to rob me! No, I wasn't! How dare you! You were lurking down here to tunnel into Fowl Manor. Again! Lurking is not a nice word. I like to think I was hiding in the shadows. Okay, I admit it. I might have been planning to take a peek into the art vault.
But those plans are no longer important. What with the present Opal on the Fowl grounds? Apparently, she's released the souls of the Berserker warriors who have possessed all the available bodies in the area, including Juliet and the twins. They have to stop their old adversary before the pixie opens the second lock and unleashes Armageddon. While Mulch goes off to retrieve more weapons from their downed shuttle, the others follow one of the tunnels to Fowl Manor. Even though the house is full of enemies, they still have the home advantage and easily take out all of their opposition. They even manage to capture the possessed Miles. Once the little Fowl is back in control and cleaned up, he explains to his brother everything Opal has planned. So apparently Artemis was bored one day and made a super laser, so after Miles is tucked into his bed for a nap, the trio moved to the barn behind the main building to retrieve it. They almost don't make it, thanks to the killer crickets, but sopping wet and out of breath, they prep Artemis's plane, which has the laser. Or they would, if the possessed Juliet hadn't predicted their next moves and removed the battery from Artemis's plane, destroying the hidden laser. The barn is surrounded by berserkers led by Juliet's body.
Artemis seemed dazed by the utter collapse of his plans. He'd acted predictably. When had he become so predictable?
They almost don't make it, but with the aid of Mulch riding a troll, they manage to get the plane in the air and glide to safety. Artemis refuses to let Opal win, so he crafts his final plan. They take refuge in the Fowl Manor to heal and recharge. While there, they receive a letter.
Opal requests the pleasure of our company for the great cleansing. If we turn ourselves in, just me and you, then she'll let your brothers live. Also, she promises to spare Foley when she's declared Empress.
In the privacy of his office, Artemis makes a desperate call to Foley. Hours later, Holly bursts into the room. She saw Foley's delivery and has figured out his plan. Holly is planning to stop him, but Artemis manages to sedate her.
I want you to know, my dear friend, that without you, I would not be the person I am today. I was a broken boy, and you fixed me. Thank you.
He only asks for one last favor before Artemis leaves to take down Opal one last time, unsure if he'll even survive. If you want to know if Artemis survives, if they stop Opal, what Artemis's last wish is, how Mulch found himself riding a troll, how they rescued Miles, if they can rescue the others, what the consequences were for Opal killing her past self, and will the fairy people survive, then I highly recommend you read the book Artemis Fowl, The Last Guardian. In fact, go ahead and read the whole series written by Owen Colfer. Anyway, I'm Full0Grace, and I'll see you all next time. Shout out to I.B.Joyful for reading out my quotes. Links to her socials are down below.